I'm Johnny Fan. I talk about all things family. When you feel yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into today's video. Today we're going to discuss Doctor Who and what is BiGeneration. So in the latest Doctor Who specials on Disney Plus, we see the 14th Doctor as David Tennant. Now, David Tennant was the 10th Doctor, but after Judy, what's her name? Judy Watsky's as the 13th Doctor, she transforms back into David Tennant for this special series, and he becomes the official 14th Doctor. However, David Tennant's fighting the Toy Maker, and the Toy Maker is played by, which is really cool, Neil Patrick Harris. He did a phenomenal job of this creepy toy puppet master dude. Either way, Toy Maker has these special powers where he can basically teleport through time in an instant. No TARDIS, no nothing. He can manipulate things. He could, somebody shoots a gun at him, he can make it into a flower petal falling out. Like, he can just basically control time as if he had the reality stone from Avengers. He could just do whatever he wants. So the only way to beat the Toy Maker is to challenge him in a game, and that's exactly what Doctor does. Well, David Tennant does, is he challenges Toy Maker to a game, and potentially loses it. But then we see this whole thing called BiGeneration, where basically Neil Patrick Harris shoots David Tennant with the laser. One more shot! Right in the chest, killing the Doctor. And we all know the Doctor can regenerate. And it's funny because Neil Patrick Harris just goes, well, the Toy Maker says, regenerate, go ahead. I'll just shoot you again and again and again and again. I could do this all day. So he's trying to regenerate, but then it doesn't happen. He does a whole glowing thing and, starts to process out. But then he gets this weird pain. He goes, this is different. And he says, Donna, grab my arm and pull. So Donna grabs his arm and pulls, and then he splits into two people. You have David Tennant, and I'm sorry, I forget that guy's name. But what am I doing? So these two Doctors split, and then they eventually push each other off, and they basically become two separate entities. It's kind of funny because one Doctor has the pants, and the other one doesn't, and so the clothes split too. It's kind of funny. Anyway, then the two Doctors then fight the Toy Maker in another challenge. Basically, a game of keep it up. They have a ball. They have to pass the ball. Whoever drops the ball loses. And the Toy Maker ends up dropping the ball. And then we get a scene where the new Doctor, the 15th Doctor, ends up like, I'm the Doctor, so I'm gonna take this TARDIS, I'm gonna hit the road. You stay here and be with Donna and her family, and you just retire. You relax. And he's like, you know what? Yeah, I will, because I've been on an adventure. You continue the adventure, and I'll basically just do what I do here. At least there's still a Doctor out doing the Doctor things that the Doctor does, because the Doctor saves the world in many different generations. So, but there's only one TARDIS and 2 doctors. And David Tennant's kind of like, I still kind of want my TARDIS. Just in case, I want to go on an adventure. So, the 15th Doctor grabs a large mallet, smacks the side of the TARDIS, and it multiplies. Now there's 2 TARDISes. What is going on here? The TARDIS can do the same thing that they were doing. I mean, the TARDIS does kind of make a bond with the Doctor for being with him for so many years. It's got a life of its own. So yeah, it definitely could, feel the same as it would. So if his body splits, very potentially. However, this leads to quite a bit of questions. And hopefully quite a bit of answers too. And we'll get to that after. Go to repsports.com. That's reppsports.com. Use my code Johnny Huey. Save yourself 15% off. Get yourself a box of Raze Energy and a ton of other protein supplements like breakfast pancake mix. You have on-the-go workout mixes. Ton of great stuff. Go check it out. Go to repsports.com. That's reppsports.com. Use my code Johnny Huey. Save yourself 15% off. So, with 2 doctors and 2 TARDISes, with there being 2 doctors and 2 TARDISes, we see the 15th Doctor go off on his adventure and fly away in the TARDIS to who knows where. Then we see David Tennant parking his TARDIS in the backyard of the Noble family's house, and he is having the best time having dinner with the Noble family and talking about stories and things like that. However, he does occasionally sneak off to like Mars and stuff like that and gets yelled at by Donald Noble. Now, I can't see him staying put entirely. But now the fact that we have 2 doctors and 2 TARDISes, I have a feeling we're seeing a lot more of David Tennant, which is awesome because he's one of the best doctors. The show is going to continue with the 15th Doctor, and occasionally you're going to have David Tennant pop in to help him out here and there. So the fact that there's 2 doctors, 2 TARDISes, that's double the timey-wimey. Double the Time Lord. And it is going to get crazy. Just wait and see. Now, how did this whole thing happen in the first place? The toy maker. The toy maker. Crazy power to basically rip the fabric of time and alter it with no consequences. His power being so vast and so cascaded across the timelines, he was able to manipulate whatever he wanted. This power wasn't lingering. And when he shot the Doctor and he tried to regenerate, the Toymaker's power changed the Time Lord's ability to regenerate and created another Doctor. Basically splitting him in 2, manipulating the fact that there are no Doctor's weaker than the other Doctor. They're exactly the same. It just basically split the molecules in half, creating 2 distinct Doctors. 2 Time Lord beings down to the double heart. Exactly. And then when they beat the toy maker, some of that magic stayed behind, and that's how they were able to manipulate and create the two TARDISes. Because of the toy maker's magic still lingering in the air. Because it's just so much power that toy maker did have. So, comment down below, let me know your thoughts on the BiGeneration. Do you think it was the toy maker's doing? Or do you think this is just some way that the writers are like, you know what, we need something new. We rate David Tennant, but we want to continue to keep having him as just the doctor, you know. He's a great doctor, but let's find a way to keep him on as a doctor, but then also have a new doctor. That's also not a good thought. Yeah, they could have been just like, you know what? Yep, this is the thing. But no, I like to think that the toy maker's power was what did it, the BiGeneration, as well as manipulating the two TARDISes. He even says a little leftover wish from the toy maker, because if you defeat the toy maker in a game, you get basically one wish, anything that you want. And one of the wishes they got was to manipulate and create the new TARDIS. So the magic power was still there. Hit that button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all your support. If you want to support me more, check out the merch store down below. Check out that join button. Check out all my other things I got going. I got podcasts on Spotify. I also have a Patreon, whatever it may be. Just go check it out. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you guys next time. But before you go, check out, I think there's a, like, yeah, right there. And there's another one to my left, you right. Right, that'll be your right, because you're watching this way. And if I point here, I'm actually pointing there. Yeah.